What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel. This is Turbo Talon Golf. Hopefully the audio is loud enough today. I've been told by For Golf's Sake that my audio hasn't been very loud. I apologize for that. Sort of. To the greatest extent to which someone can be sorry for not having loud enough audio in a YouTube video, I suppose. Let me know if it's too loud. I moved the mic up on my collar and I turned the gain up in the OBS software. Today we're going to play DLUD Golf's Best Courses League at Kiva Dunes. It's winter week 3. Can't believe we're already in winter week 3. Let's check out the vitals. 5,900 yard tees, Saturday pins. Looks like we got 6-foot gimme auto putts. Greens are normal, fairways are firm, stimps 11. We got calm wind and we're at 16 feet above sea level. Let's see if the driver's firing today. Ooh, this thing's right up in my grill. I'm gonna move it down a button. I don't like how high up it is. There we go. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, it's certainly not as loud now. Mic check. All right, whatever. Let me know if it's too loud. Okay, looks like we've got a kind of a narrow little course here. Well, the first hole at least. I would imagine our ball is going to be in that bunker or in the water. Not bad. It's not in the water, but we do have firm fairways. Good to go, good to go. 83 yards in. .24, playing about 21. I ain't gonna cut it. At least it's a par, right? All right, on OBS, my audio is going into the yellow, so I hope it isn't too loud. I don't want to be over in the lateral hazard on this hole. Funny story, my wife hit the wrong button on the garage door opener in her car and opened the garage door on the bay I'm in and messed a few things up. I had to recalibrate my launch monitor and some other stuff, but it wasn't too bad. If I lay up, I got 65 yards into the pin. Let's try to hit about, I don't know, over here somewhere. 75 in. That felt a bit thin. Yeah, that was murdered. That sucks. 32. Not exactly a great shot there either. Oh shit, we're not even on the green yet. Guys, I flew the green and then flew the green. Pretty bad mistake there. Oh boy. All right, so we didn't take a double bogey on the first hole, but I'm a betting man and I'd say that this is gonna be a dub. We'll see what we can do to recover from it. That was just a whole bunch of mistakes that didn't need to be made. 167 to the pin. I'd say hit your 160 club here. Know your miss. We got OB on the right, lateral on the left. Got to make sure this ball goes sort of kind of straight here. Come on, I need you to stay on the tee though. There you go. Not a bad little shot. We've certainly done a lot worse. A little bit short-sighted on the green. That was a decent little chip. Let's see if we can make a putt. A putt. 10-7 playing 9-7. $250-yard par 4. This is a really good opportunity to score. Nah, that ain't gonna be anywhere near the green. At least it didn't call us OB. I don't remember what the penalty is off of concrete. Oh no. All right, guys, we've had a couple of hosel rockets in the last few rounds. They happen to everybody. We just don't want them to happen too much. Right? Not every day. It's just like if you're doing drugs. Like some drugs are okay, just not every day. Right? That stinks. That's too far. We are severely shooting ourselves in the foot here, which is fun. We're having a good time. 470-yard par 5. What do we got to this little landing here? 195. What's this? 340. Okay, so you're probably aiming for right here, 220 with some accuracy. 220 with some accuracy. What's that club for you? I haven't got the foggiest idea. I'm going to hit a 3-iron, and hopefully I don't pull it. Yeah, it was a shit shot anyway. It's down the fairway. 3-iron's hard to hit. A lot of roll out there. It went 203, just sort of in the wrong direction. We can go to the end of this layup area, 180. And then we got a buck 07 into the green. Not a bad shot, guys. Should be able to get out of here with a birdie or a par. Based on the green, probably a par. Or maybe not. I thought I read that it was downhill 7 inches, but must have been the other way. So now we're hitting same shot as before, just shorter. What are we doing now? End of this, just hit driver. .203. Where'd we hit there? Probably Healy. Healy with an open face. It might get better, it might not, folks. I don't know. All right, that club shouldn't have gone that far. That was a 7. I thought we were going to get knocked down by the rough, but it doesn't look like we lost hardly anything. Looks like we're putting 10 feet, playing 11 feet. .430, what are we looking at? Pretty decent landing area. I wouldn't say this is terribly restrictive on the fairways. It's just when you're slicing the way I am, It really doesn't ever feel right. .260 will take it. 180 into the pin on a par 4, so this kind of sucks. We need to get up here. That was fat. That might have cost us. Roll up. It's going to be a long ass putt. On in 2, but long putt. Going up over a hill and then coming back down 50 feet. That is not going to work, guys. That ball, what do we do there? I think we hit up on it. It wasn't good, whatever it was. Let's take our bogey and get out of here. It's tracking though. Oh, wow. Got some lucky putts today. 120 to the pin. Probably come up a little short here. We'll see what I can do. Probably got a bit lucky there. It looked like it landed near the sand. Let's do a little chippy chip. Okay, as usual when you're playing firm fairways with normal or soft greens, you've always got to be looking at where the ball's going to bounce. Is it going to hit before the green or after it? These are things you must know because the ball will do strange things, especially here in GS Pro. That was an unnecessary bogey. We're up to 4. Don't love it, but we'll be all right. Par 4. Looks like we're gonna go here to the end of this fairway and then hit over the water to the green. There's a chance of putting the ball in the drink here, especially if you're me, because that's what I do, honestly. That was the 3-iron, but it's drifting to the left. It'll be fine. And then we want to go long on this. Last time the 7-iron went too far. Let's see if the same thing happens. If not, we'll be taking a stroke for a drop potentially. It might be all right, but it's left. Super long putt. We just got to get it down there. Bad approach shot. Let's just leave it on the cup because the slower the ball gets going, the worse it's going to want to go to the left. So we got 15, maybe hit it 80 something feet. That was certainly a good effort, although we should have aimed a little to the other side. Probably cost us a bogey. Maybe I can sneak this in. 9-foot feel. Putting really well, except for a couple of holes, and we're still 4 over after 9 holes. Don't need to murder this ball. I'm going to hit the 3-iron. It's a driving iron. Hey, old gray man 2269, how are you? He says, good afternoon, good to see you playing. Yep, I'm here as usual, getting the reps in. What are you up to? Really decent putt. Excuse me, approach shot. I had putting on the brain. Weird little downhill breaker. Just gonna leak it over to the hole. I don't know, 10 feet, 11 feet. Could have been a birdie, not a birdie. 283 to the pin. This course has some shorter stuff on it. Are gonna be probably going well under here, but I'm not quite there yet. I will get there. I will get there. Golf's hard, but I'm glad you're playing. Golf's hard, but I'm glad you're playing. I'm glad you're playing, sir. Mevo Gen 2, that's the Mevo was pretty badass. I think the Gen 2 is even more badass, ain't it? So your first round of golf in a decade was in a simulator, huh? That would be unnerving. Too early to tell. That launch monitor's got good reviews from what I saw. I was actually looking at a Mevo Plus back in the day before I bought my Unicore iMini Lite. I'm not sure if you can putt with them now. .128 to the pin. We got a big green, so we need to roll it up to the pin. Did you shoot any video, or was it just a test round, so to say? That was thin. It started to fade. Looks like we'll be all right. We'll be in there for par, hopefully. Okay, he says putting was a challenge. He's not sure if it was him or the Mevo. I'll have to look at some more videos. I'm not in the market for a launch monitor, so I don't watch as many videos as I used to. Let's see if we're on the front or the back of the green. We're on the front of the green, so we kind of want to land in front of it and roll up. We're uphill, 127. Let's try our luck with a 9-iron. What course did you play? Were you on GS Pro or the Mevo software? All right, we got a downhill sort of kind of leaker here. We'll aim right there. 29 minus 15. We need to go about 14 feet. That felt a little bit hard. Sit. .450 to the pin. Let's aim somewhere smart. Maybe right there. Okay, E6, Torrey Pines. I've been looking at that E6. It's True Golf Apex. Swiped across that pretty good. Not a great shot. It'll do. It's in the fairway. 202. It's in the fairway, and it went 250, but it hit here, well to the left of the target, and then came back because I swiped across it. 200 yards in. It was 2M073 missile maintenance. I wasn't in any like green door job or nothing. But it certainly did help me to get into the job I'm in now, because I came out of active duty with a security clearance, and I had been on the personnel reliability program and all of that, so it helped a lot. Okay, 2 Tango 2X1. What career field was that? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with too many of them outside of missiles. All right, we careened off of some magical tree branch there. I'll give GS Pro the benefit of the doubt because I don't feel like talking smack. Maybe robbed us of a birdie, but we should be able to get up for par. TMO, gotcha. 26 years, what rank did you end up making? I retired as a master sergeant after 20. I couldn't do it anymore, man. I couldn't do what I needed to do to make senior. Oh, that stinks, guys. Let's see if we can get out of here with a par. Yeah, I couldn't deal with the politics for senior. What year did you retire? I know you already told me this. Just the politics, man. Oh, took a bogey. Shoot. Let's see, we got 3 holes left. 15, 16, 17, 18. We got 4 holes left. Yes, I got to count on my fingers. Yeah, I wasn't good at the politics either, boss. I retired in 2021. I just couldn't do it. You had the guys that were not taking care of their people so that they could do what they needed to do to get promoted for the top 3 and all of that bullshit. I couldn't do it. I took care of my people the best I could, and that usually was not in line with getting promoted, even though you would be like, well, that's the guy I would want to promote. Not the case. Another little turd burglar there. Hopefully we're all right. We might be contending with a tree. What do we got? 250 in. Maybe we can smack this ball. Yeah, those guys, they needed leadership, especially the young ones, right? Because when I became a senior NCO, we were starting to get these flock of kids that really, right, they had been, well, I mean, honestly, they've been parented by my generation, the Gen X generation, and they were, some of them didn't even know how to use a socket wrench, honestly. They didn't know how to take care of their finances. I mean, this is stuff you are well aware of too. That is going to be a nasty little worm burner. If this is a par 4, we are toast. It's a par 5, thankfully. We'll try to get up and down. We got 66 yards. I think we got tree trouble. We'll try to go over one tree. Not what I was looking for. Let's check the numbers there. That should have been closer to the pin. 42 yards a carry, 60 yards a carry. So we lost 30-something% of our power out of whatever lie we were just in. Similar putt to one we had a few holes ago. We got to go a long way, and we got to go crest the hill and pound sand, and I'm pretty sure that was not even close to hard enough. Yeah. Teaching them how to drive a stick shift. I unfortunately had to teach them how to drive a 13-speed a 13-speed on a 40 on a 18-wheeler, which was a little different. But none of our shop vehicles, they were all automatics. Got lucky there, guys. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't talking about your grandkids in particular, but just that generation. And I'm not saying any generation's better than the next, because I'm pretty sure my dad and grandpa, from what I have heard, they weren't very big fans of me when I was that age either. Hell, I don't think they're very big fans of me now, but that's beside the point. That's a story for another video, right? All right, that's a little bit fadey. And we're going to be hitting out from under a tree again, if you can believe that crap. Triple Threat Roy says he has a grandson who doesn't have his license and doesn't care about getting it, and he's 22. We had that problem when I was on active duty, but the job required driving. And soon, the career field manager stopped letting people into our career field if they didn't have a license already. which was nice. But we saw it a lot. We saw it a lot with people that were from big cities that used mass transit instead of driving, stuff like that. We don't want to assume everybody's lazy, but that's usually the case. For instance, I'm too lazy to learn how to golf properly. Come on, roll out, roll out, roll out. Oh, that was almost a good shot. We're buying bogeys here. Might be able to sneak this in. 14 feet playing 13 feet. Oh, it was too hot. I think we're gonna have to putt again too. All right, we might have just bought a double. I'll see if I can get it in there. This one's uphill. We're gonna get the yips, I'm guessing. That ball did not want to go in the hole. All right, 5 over after 16. Not quite where we wanted to be, but certainly a good score. Yeah, I do. I probably work on it more than I should. I had to take a rest day yesterday. I just couldn't. Just the thought of swinging a golf club was not appealing to me. You guys may have noticed my new YouTube thumbnails. I'm now a part of the AI-generated YouTube thumbnail crew. Come on, draw over. I aimed to the right because I didn't want to be in the water. Served me well. We should be fine. Old gray man said it was like pulling teeth teaching his daughter how to drive. I understand that. I went from I had my bicycle, and me and my buddies would go ride our bicycles, right? And that was a good way to get miles away from home because I didn't want to be at my house. And then once I turned 15, I think I went into driver's education and that whole nine. I think we did all right there. So we're finishing out with a 350-yard par 4. If we can get a couple of good shots here, we might be set up for a birdie. Otherwise, we're looking at getting out of here with a +5 or +6, which is perfectly fine for where I'm at in my golf game. We want to make sure that we're not in the water. Nice, easy swing here. $82 yards into the pin. Let's see if we can get something near. Roy says the synonym for driving was freedom. I 100% agree with you. But I do remember that my parents suddenly had a new thing to hold over my head when I wasn't doing what I was told. I'm sure you guys remember that too. That's a high ball. But we should be able to get out of here with a Parsky. Yeah, the first thing my dad did when I wasn't doing what I was told was say, "Give me the keys to your truck." First thing. And then some of your buddies who didn't have a car, they got pretty reliant on you to take them places. So when you got your keys taken away, they got screwed over too. Okay, we went 5 over on that round. Let's go in and check out the stats. Let me go check out SGT. This was DLUD's round, I believe. Leagues. Where's DLUD at? Where's our good friend DLUD at? Okay, it looks like he might have changed his logo for the league. I like that logo a lot. Okay, there's your boy dead last. We got Matt Wool 83 that went 14 under par, which is absurd to me. If we go net, I move up 1 to +1. Let's look at the scorecard. We got a few green dots on there. We obviously got a couple of extra green dots from the handicap. It looks like we get 4 strokes here for a handicap for now, but that's going to dwindle down. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to start another stream here in a minute. I like to keep the streams, I like to limit them to one round of golf so that it doesn't get, the streams don't end up too long. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to tune out. This is Turbo Talon. We'll see you later in a stream here in like 4 minutes. See you guys.